It's time now for Election Exchange. The candidate joining us today is Karthi Chidambaram, the Congress candidate from Shivaganga, who's going to be making his political debut, standing in for his father, Finance Minister P. Chidambaram. Karthi Chidambaram, thanks very much for joining us on the candidate. Let me ask you, don't you find yourself at a double disadvantage because there's an anti-Congress sentiment and you haven't been able to stitch together an alliance in Tamil Nadu? Even the BJP has managed to tie up with smaller parties. Don't you find yourself isolated today?
I first of all don't agree with your assessment that there is an anti-Congress sentiment in Tamil Nadu. All political parties are contesting, all significant political parties are contesting without large alliances. The AIA-DMK is contesting without any alliance partners. The DMK does not have any national partners. The Congress is also facing the polls on its own. As far as the BJP is concerned, they have put together an alphabet soup which I believe will have no value in these elections. So this is a new scenario in Tamil Nadu where all major political parties are going to face the people without significant political alliances. So this is not some kind of isolation only for the Congress. If you can use that term on the Congress, I could equally use the same term on the AIA-DMK.
But Karthi, let me interrupt you, because Jayalalitha not tying up with anyone is a strategic move. She wants to keep her options open so that post-poll she can do business with Modi if that suits her. So in the AIA-DMK's case, it's a strategic move, while in the Congress's case, you don't really have a choice.
I'm glad that you're openly acknowledging the fact that Jayalalitha is most likely to align with the BJP post-elections. I think that is something which we will be highlighting in our election campaign throughout, and it's an open secret. I'm glad that you've brought that out today. I mean, politics is about the cards you're dealt with. Today, this is the situation, and we should face the situation bravely and firmly, and I'm very, very confident of facing the electorate in Shivaganga on the strength of the Congress party and in the strength of the programs we have conducted there.
But what makes you feel so confident, Karthi Chidambaram? The polls have given the AIA-DMK a clear lead in the state, while others, including the Congress party, have fallen well behind. What is this confidence and this optimism based on?
Just because the pitch appears to be tricky, one can't not go and bat. And we will bat in any pitch. And as far as these opinion polls are concerned, one must understand these are all taken well in advance. The campaign is just starting. People will be making their arguments. We will be making our arguments only now, and people will decide based on the arguments we're all putting forward before them. So I think these pre-poll surveys, and you know better than me, have proven sometimes to be wrong when the actual results come out.
You know, Karthi, you said that just because the pitch is poor, you can't knock bat, but there's been a lot of speculation on why your father chose not to contest. Some reports suggest that he decided to walk away fearing electoral defeat. So doesn't that put you in an unenviable position?
My father has contested a total of 9 elections. He contested his first election in 1977 for the Assembly, unsuccessfully. Then he's contested 8 elections for Parliament since '84. He's won 7 of them. So he's got an admirable track record of winning elections. He's won 7 out of the 9 elections he's contested his life. So he's probably felt that he's had enough of electoral battles. He's not stepping away from politics or public life. He will continue in public life, he will continue in politics. He's just opted out of an electoral race. But there is no question of us being on the back foot. There is absolutely no question of us being on the back foot. Our unit in Shivaganga is very, very strong. And the Congress has consistently won the seat. The Congress, or a party which has been born out of the Congress, has won the seat since 1980. So Shivaganga is a very, very strong Congress seat.
You know, you're saying Shivaganga is a Congress stronghold, Karthi, but there seems to be no safe seat for the Congress in this election. Even though Shivaganga is your father's constituency, he's a 7-time MP, but even he's chosen not to contest. So safety of seats is clearly a dodgy issue this time around.
I guess nothing is a safe seat. I mean, every batsman is liable to get out at to any kind of ball. So nothing is really safe in an election. I mean, in 1996, the incumbent Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha lost her own seat in Bargur. Yes, I agree that anything can happen in politics. So don't write us off.
Let me ask you this. You said your father is not contesting, but he's not walking away from politics or public life. So has your father been assured a Rajya Sabha nomination?
No, these are not conversations. I don't have any access to these kind of conversations. I do not think that any kind of assurances, those kinds have been given. My father will continue in the Congress party. He will work for the Congress party. He will remain in public life. There's a lot to do for the Congress party, particularly in Tamil Nadu.
Okay, let me now shift focus to your constituency. I don't know what your constituency wants, but I do know what they don't want. They don't want another bank branch, Karti Chidambaram.
I think you should travel with me. There are still many towns which still want more bank branches. You'll be surprised of the appetite for bank branches in Shivaganga or anywhere else in India. I think from comfortable...
I'm happy to travel to Shivaganga, and our colleagues have traveled to Shivaganga, and the feedback that we've gotten is that, they don't want any more bank branches. There's a surfeit of bank branches. What they do want is jobs. What they do want is better opportunities.
I think it's better to open bank branches than to open TASMAC liquor shops, though, which is what the AIADMK is doing.
So you're promising more bank branches for Shivaganga then?
See, I will ensure that central government schemes are first of all well implemented. I will be a good interface for public grievance. I will also ensure that using our personal relationship to attract a lot of private sector work there. For example, we have done a lot of work through CSR activity. We have in fact deepened more than 300 village ponds and wells, village tanks, which I think has made a big difference to those communities. We have done a lot of good work, and I think because of my personal relationships, I could add greater value than any other candidate who's in the fray in Shivaganga.
Karti, you're making your political debut. What's going to be different about you? How do you intend positioning yourself differently from your father? Are you going to pretty much try and leverage your father's legacy?
First of all, I am from Shivaganga. Okay, that is my native land. My forefathers are from there. We have a home there. I visit the place often. I'm part and parcel of the society there. I go there in good times and in bad times. I've gone there in electoral victory and I've gone there in electoral defeat for my father. I've always been connected there. I'm not an unfamiliar place. I'm not parachuting into the constituency. People know me there. They also know the power that I'm articulate, and I can actually argue their case not only with government agencies but also with other influence makers who've been bringing about prosperity to the place. So I'm sure I'll be a very good advocate for the people of Shivaganga, not only in Delhi but elsewhere as well.
But let me ask you this, what if it doesn't go as planned? What if you lose as you make your political debut? What then for you?
That's okay, I'm in politics for the long run. As you yourself said, that I've been part of my father's campaigns for many years. I've traveled across the state many times. I've spoken in many platforms. I've articulated my views forcefully on many issues. I'm here for the long run, whatever may be the result. And I am going to remain connected with Shivaganga, whatever may be the result. But I'm very confident of a victory.
Well, Karti Chidambaram, we wish you the very best of luck as you make your political debut standing from your father's constituency, Shivaganga in Tamil Nadu. Appreciate you joining us here on The Candidate this evening.